All right, good evening. It's Tuesday, June 7th. It's the first week of summer. And in 30 some odd days, 40 days, we will be in Nashville. It's pretty exciting. Couple announcements. She's not on, but she's not on yet. I want to give a shout out for Ashley for her 40th birthday yesterday. Linda for making Emerald last week. It's a big accomplishment in the first couple weeks of being a coach. And to you, Stacy, our newest Diamond coach and success starter. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Thank you.
It's pretty big deal there, even though you don't know it yet.
No. Thank you.
It's a big deal to happen in your first 3 months of coaching.
Thank you so much.
Like I mentioned before, Vanessa Casulo is under the weather, so we're going to reschedule her for either next week or the following. Just waiting back for a date from her. And so we're just going to have a pretty informal powwow here. What I do want to bring up is the summer sale that started yesterday. It's very, very cool to pick up some items to use as giveaways or incentives or even extra stuff for yourself. Combat's a good one to use for an incentive. It's a really fun program. And what is it, like $25 or $23? You get the full package, the base kit and Ultimate Warrior. That's a good deal. There's a lot of good stuff like Turbo Fire, Turbo Jams on there. Good stuff that you can use for yourself, but some of it is on demand anyway, so that's why I suggest picking them up for giveaways. The Les Mills stuff is not on demand. Let's see. I wanted to talk to you guys about making a couple goals, some short-term goals for the next 30 to 60 days. So it'll be one fitness goal, one business goal, a financial goal, and goals that you want to achieve for your family. You know, if you want to go on a vacation or, you know, just start planning. I want to get you guys used to goal setting often and try to set a deadline for them. And I want you to come up with the same type of goals to happen by the end of the year. Okay, these are your stretch goals, or as we like to call them, our throw-up goals. It's a goal so big that it makes you uncomfortable. It'll make you nauseous just thinking about it. I have mine. For example, my throw-up goals are to be 5-star elite by the end of the year. And I see it on my wall every day, and it makes me nauseous. But at the same time, it makes you want to work towards it because you know what you have to do. Let's see. If the leadership ladder should be updating today, if not tomorrow. I want you to look and see where you are and what you need to achieve to move up for the next rung of the ladder, especially going into Summit. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be covering a lot on it because the company is leaning towards that direction. And I was given some information today about, financial stuff, which will help you measure what you need to achieve. I'll share them in our team page. It's pretty cool. It's just basically what you need on volume if you want to achieve like a weekly goal, like if you want to make $500 a month in a week, in cycle bonuses, it tells you exactly what you need to achieve that. And another thing I want to talk about is consistency. Everybody on here does a pretty good job with their social media about being consistent and posting 3 to 5 times a day. There are some people that aren't. They're a little new, so they might be a little hesitant, which is okay. We just got to get into better habits of doing stuff, and we'll help them with that. Vanessa was going to cover a lot on social media tonight, because she's really, really good at it. One thing that I have noticed, Stacey, you did a great job on the transformation post today.
Oh, thank you.
You didn't just post it, you told a story.
Okay.
That's very, very good.
Okay.
What I've noticed from a lot of newer coaches is, they get used to posting, the product pictures, which is okay, and, giving facts about it. But at the end of the day, people want to hear stories. They want to hear what the products have done for yourselves, your family, for your customers.
Okay.
They like to hear stuff like that, because the facts, they can Google it at the end of the day.
Okay.
But you're doing a great job.
Okay, thank you.
And our challenge group, our team challenge group is off to a good start. We're getting some participation.
Yes.
Which is a big deal. I was talking to Linda earlier today about the more we can nudge them into participating, like if you don't see them post or check in,
right,
within 24 to 48 hours, it's good to reach out to them.
Okay.
And say, hey, I noticed you haven't posted. Is everything okay?
Okay.
Try to urge them to participate, because if we have a rockin' challenge group,
right,
that's amazing, and that's a big group of hopefully future coaches.
Okay.
And as for participation, that goes the same with our team page. As more people participate, the more people who participate, the better they tend to do in the business. So, for example, when I'm posting videos, or if I post something, like the mindset series that I've been posting,
right,
I want you all to comment on them, because as our team grows larger, we don't want people just to sit back and just watch. We want them to see people here are talking to each other. They might not know each other, but they're interacting. Again, Laura, you kind of know from being around us a few times, we're big into inclusion and being a family. I want everybody to feel comfortable in there. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing an exercise about fear. And I want you guys to share what your fears are in doing this business, and on what you think will happen or what's holding you back. It'll be a little more clear tomorrow, but just so you can start thinking about it. What are your biggest fears in moving forward with your business? Let's see. Does anybody have, we're going to just do informal tonight, so let's talk. How are you guys doing this week?
I'm struggling.
You're struggling?
Yeah.
What's up?
So I'm using Teamzy, which I've been doing that now. I did my 30-day trial, and now I'm into my second month. So I'm like 3 weeks into my second month with it. I've been, with exception of a couple of days, really consistent. I don't know if you've started using it at all, but
Yeah, I've been using it.
and I bumped up my numbers to like at least 5 in every category: 5 prospects, 5 ads, 5 customers, 5 coaches, 5 invites. And I've been doing it, and I've been boosting ads on Facebook to get more people to open up. And so I'm talking to more and more new people who honestly don't know me enough yet. I can form the crap out of them, but they're not ready to, they haven't been following me long enough. So I have got, I don't know, I can't even count them on 2 hands, how many, invitations I've sent out, follow-ups I've sent out, people who are like up to step 4, they just need their step 5, they have the links, they just, it's like, I'm struggling to get to SC5 every month, and I'm hitting it, but barely.
Well, if you're struggling to hit Success Club 5, you got to talk to more people.
Yeah.
Instead of talking to 5 a day, up that number to 10.
Okay, because it is a numbers game. And the other thing that I started to do, tomorrow I start an Instagram 7-day training. I found this woman who does like a free Instagram tutorial. I really don't know what it's about, except that I don't understand Instagram enough. I have a page, but I don't know how to interact with people. So I'm going to try and open up that avenue to talk to new people through Instagram.
Okay.
I'm just recycling through. I mean, I have 1,000 plus friends or 1,100 friends, but even with Teamzy, I've been able to cycle through more than I ever have because it keeps pushing me to see other people that I thought I talked to, or maybe I discredited, or whatever. Maybe I didn't, and I thought I did. Okay, more people.
Yeah, you got to up that count to more people. I mean, there are months where I have struggled, and my success partner, Christina, she calls it when I go 0 dark 30, where I have 30 conversations at once because I'm going after it. This was the end of last year, like when a bunch of us were shooting for two-star. Or you remember that we were all just like boom, 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 talking to 30, 40 people a day. And so we were quiet on social media, but having a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
So that's the key. If you find yourself, struggling, you have to start talking to more people and expanding your network more. For example, on Instagram, best way to find new followers is go to the people who you want to attract and see who they follow or who follows them and start following those people.
Say that again.
For example, if I want to attract you, or I would go to your page for somebody like you, I'd go to your Instagram page, I'd see who follows you or who you follow, and I'd start following those people.
And what does that do?
1, it gives them an alert, and plus it gives you more eyeballs, more things, people that you can see, because you're going to start either liking people's pictures as you see them, or even if you don't follow them, go through their pictures, like a couple. In turn, they're going to do the same for you. I mean, because I started doing that a couple months ago, and my freaking Instagram went from, I have a lot of friends anyways. Originally, I think I had like 2,200. Now I'm almost at 5,000.
I'm at like 240.
That's okay. You have time to get to work on that.
And I don't understand the following. You want to have less. You want to follow less people than you have followers.
I disagree with that. I mean, again, I would follow people who legitimately you like their stuff. If you're interested in their stuff, just skim through their pictures. If you think that you like their stuff, follow them. It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
I'm going to be taking Josh Coates' recruiting class. It starts next week. So I'm going to be passing along some info from that to you guys.
Cool.
It's called The Art of Recruiting, which we could all use help with. It wasn't too expensive. It was $200 for a 5-week course, I think. Stacy, how's your week going?
About the same. Not as good as I hoped, and I feel like this is the first kind of low point in the business that I've come to.
Well, the first week in June, what you're going to notice is, number one, people are busy because it's the last week of school.
That's the truth. Yeah.
So don't get discouraged.
Okay.
Keep a list of people you talk to. And like I mentioned to Laura the other day, follow-ups are key. Go back through the people you've talked to over the past couple months, the
Yeah.
people who have told you no or not now.
Right.
You might be interested now. Say, hey, I'll be starting a new group soon. Would you want to be a part of this one?
Okay.
Because, I continually get customers from people who have told me no in the past.
Okay.
Just because I keep them in mind. And with Teamzy, that's been helping me a lot more because I don't have to have paper lists. I'll show you. I have this list here.
Right.
Is when I first started coaching 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I have lists all over the place 3 years ago, whatever it was. And I go through them all the time.
Okay. And where do you get ideas for people to contact? From people who like any of your posts, or people who only like the fitness posts?
Any of your posts. If people like their posts, they're interested in what you're putting out there.
Okay.
So strike up conversations with them because obviously they're watching you.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be about Beachbody. As I always say, every conversation that I start, I tend to not bring up the business until they ask me what I'm up to.
Right.
Or they mention something to me.
Right.
Or unless I've seen them post something about them wanting to change in their fitness. It's a little different for me because I'm a male. So when I'm talking to a female, I can't, it's a little different. But with you women, I think it's a little easier because you guys are a little more open with each other.
Right.
So, but if somebody likes a picture of you and the kids out, talk to them.
Okay.
Or generally, if you see them post something, talk about that picture. Hey, I noticed you guys went here to the beach. It looks like you had a good time, and just talk.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see here. In the month of May, as a team, we helped 20 people start to change their lives, which is awesome. I want to double that in June. I want that number to be 40. Every month we can double. I think it's going to be awesome for our growth. Our team is starting to rock. I'm really, really impressed. I was talking to Christina Delgado this morning, and I was bragging a little bit about you guys, how far we've come as a unit. It's pretty cool to see.
Well, you're a great leader.
Oh, thank you. You're great.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So I have a coach who
Mm-hmm.
signed up last month, like, you know, in an interview with him, he was ready to hit it hard and he wanted to be the next top coach. And, you know, he's like, you know, really into it, aggressive, excited, all that stuff. But as we went through a coach basics type thing, he seems to have moved towards learning the business and not doing the business. So how do you get a person who's a new coach, and Stacy, maybe you can kind of talk to this, to make the leap to actually do the business instead of go through the back office and watch videos and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, he's not quite posting about his workouts. He's not really announced that he's a coach. He understands Emerald. He understands what he needs to do. He's strategizing, but he's not actually.
I think that number one, have a call with him. Talk about when he first signed on, he wanted to do this. While I understand that it's important to learn the business, a lot of times you're going to always be learning. As we all know, Laura, you've been as long as I have. We continually learn every day something new. He's got to act. And in our resources guide, I think we have some, coming out posts.
Mm-hmm.
Once you help come up with it, craft it with him and nudge him a little bit. I think that's what Stacy did to Linda and some of her coaches. I kind of nudged her a little bit, just a little push closer to the ledge.
That's right. That's right.
Linda, you want to comment on that since you're experiencing it?
I didn't hear the beginning of that because I just joined the call. So
She said that she has a new coach who signed up about a month ago who was gung-ho about being top coach, but he hasn't posted anything about his journey yet. He hasn't let people know that he's a coach. He's just watching videos in the back office.
gotcha.
He's in the coach basics, he's in a challenge group, but how do you get someone to make that change? How did you make the shift to just get out there and say, okay, I'm doing this?
I guess I took cues from Stacy. She really pushed me. I hesitated for about a month. I had my story ready, but I wasn't ready to kind of get it out there yet. But I just had to push send and try not to worry about it. Not, no one's going to be like, oh my gosh, you need to lose 20 more pounds. It's just, you just got to take that chance. And I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I do think that it gives some people some inspiration to get out there and try. I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, and that was where I started. But Stacy, she did some pushing.
Yeah, like Lori, like we said, you got to give him a nudge.
Yes.
Talk to him, help him write it out, and just keep poking the bear.
Okay.
He might tell you to go fly a kite, but you got to try and keep pushing him towards that ledge outside the comfort zone, because as you know, that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, and Stacy ended up helping me write mine. I had something written and ended up going with what she helped me put together and just did it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, and my internet went down, so
It's okay.
I didn't hear exactly what you said, but one of the things I was going to say was Linda, I could tell she was ready, but she was hesitant. And I knew she had a lot to offer and had a lot to give if she just took that leap. So I offered to help kind of construct her story a little bit, and I just used the 2 stories from the Breaking the Ice in the Diesel Lab, and I kind of blended them together. But what I did was I asked her questions about how she felt before and why she was making the change. I asked her the things that we want to know in a post, so she told me those things, and then I just plugged them into the story, and it worked, and it was meaningful, and it got people interested in her. And I think after that you felt comfortable. Didn't you feel more comfortable posting?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
It's still a little nerve-wracking, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that first post is always the hardest.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, sharing your story as many times as you post it, it's always hard.
Yeah.
Because it's uncomfortable, especially, like mine. Mine is crazy. Every time I say it, I want to cry because I've been through a lot of crap. Stacy, I know you can relate. It's difficult. It never gets easy. However, I feel better after I do it every time. I'm like, all right. Because somebody new is going to see it for the first time.
Right.
No matter how many times you post it, somebody new that's been, you might have been friends with them for 2-3 years on Facebook, but they've never seen it. Yeah, I'm starting to get that from a lot of our childhood friends, Stace, that have never seen it, although I've been posting it forever.
That's great.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's wonderful, though.
But
maybe we're all getting to the age where they're starting to pay attention. 40s.
Yeah, that's a big one too. That's important. And Laura, you can ask your coach if he wants. I can plug him into the Man Cave group. It's full of the guys are in there, and we talk. We have calls once a month, but I have them. I talk to them all the time. It's an open forum in there. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
You might feel comfortable in there.
Yep, I'll ask him. That'd be cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. And Linda, we're just basically having an informal meeting. I had a couple announcements. I'll post the recording so you can see what we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
But, we had a little power call today, which was great. Oh, look, it's the birthday girl. Happy birthday, Ashley.
Oh, thank you.
We're having an informal night because Vanessa Casulo is under the weather. She's going to reschedule for next week or the week after. Yeah, she woke up sick. You can even see it in her post. She's talking about it. So tonight we're just having an informal chat. How's your week going? Linda, Ashley?
Mine's been off track because I've been busy, but
Yeah.
distracted, but
It's your birthday.
it's okay. I had a good, I was getting in the habit, like right before my birthday came, of really like trying to like invite 3 people a day and get in that routine more.
Mm-hmm.
Learned about that, and I was getting results from it. So, and then I just, the last few days have just been off, but I'll get back on.
All right. Get back in the groove.
Yeah.
Be at Success Club 10 by Monday?
Yeah, I'm going to try my best. I'm waiting on a few, but,
Yeah, I know how it goes. I'm waiting on a few myself. Pulling the trigger little by little. But
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question for all of you. I was doing some professional development, and I ran across I think it was a YouTube video, and it was talking about the Practical Social Media University by Steve McDonald. Have any of you heard about that?
No, I haven't.
I wasn't sure if it was something that was legit or something that...
I'll look at it. Because there's a lot of social media practices that are great. There are some better ones, especially for what we do. Because our business is a little different. I'll look them up, but if you think it's going to help you, go for it.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to see someone in the business that had used it. There were people saying that they got to Success Club 20, like religiously using this practice, and I was like, really? That seems kind of hard. It's all about like targeting your niche and something like polling your likes and.
Okay. Well,
I didn't completely understand it, so I was just gonna put it out there and see what everybody thought.
Okay. Well, finding your niche is something that I can help you with. I think I've posted an exercise before. I know, Ashley, when we had our Team Cup, we did that exercise that Katie Hefner about finding your avatar. That really helps. I'll repost that in the group. And getting to Success Club 20 monthly is definitely doable. Again, we were talking about it before you guys get on, like I was saying to Laura, to do that, you have to talk to a lot of people. You know, I've done it last year to qualify for the Success Club party, which was crazy. So I was talking to like 20, 30 people a day. And I think I hit Success Club 25 two months in a row, something like that. We have a girl on our team, Dana, who religiously, she's in between 20 and 45 Success Club points every month.
Do you think that those people, sorry, Stacy, were you going to say something?
I was going to say was dang.
Do you think that those people, and I feel like the top people, like the top 10 and all those people that are always like making these numbers, do you think that that's really just them, or do you think they have like a team of people at some point they hire like an assistant to feed through like the applications, and like they have an Instagram and a Snapchat and a Facebook? Like, is it realistic unless you have like all of that?
Well, some of them have assistants, some of them don't. Let's take Christina, my coach, for example. Paulina does a lot of her posts, you know, but Christy works the business religiously so she can focus on the people.
Yeah.
You know, but Dana, I think she recently hired somebody to do some of her social media, but from having conversations with her, she tries to help at least a person a day. She doesn't feel like she's doing her job if she doesn't. That's her mindset. You know, anything is possible if you have the right mindset, as you guys know. If you, like we talked about before, if you work the whole month like you would the end of the month, your business would explode. You know, you got to flip that switch, hustle, 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 and things will happen. But like a lot of the top 10 coaches, yeah, some people get lost in the crowd because they're recruiting 20, 30 coaches a month and God knows how many customers. But it can be done. People are doing it. So why not you?
So that social media university that I was talking about, it was it's like a program that you purchase, and it helps you set up like Facebook ads so that you can kind of filter out the people who aren't necessarily interested. Like they know upfront that there is a cost involved, that, so you're not, it's not all cold market. There's an interest there. That they know that there's a cost up front, and they're giving you their information, and then you're following up with them. So that's kind of the basis behind it, but I just wasn't sure if anyone had used it, if it was actually worth the hype that it sounded like it was.
I'll ask in the Diamond group about it. I wrote it down. Okay. If anybody's done it. Again, when you're doing Facebook ads, it's more on if you have a like page. Mm-hmm. A lot of you guys are first starting out, so most of you don't have a like page for this.
Right.
I mean, I have one, and I use it sparingly because I've been focusing on my warm market. I mean, I have almost 5,000 people on there. Obviously, I haven't talked to every single one of them yet. So I truly believe in going through all of them first and build that other market slowly. And again, if you're constantly adding people to your network and developing a relationship with them, you will never have a cold market, if that makes sense.
Right.
If you're adding, 3 to 5 people a day to your network and building relationships, you will never run out of people to talk to. At least that's how I feel. You're muted, Laura.
I'm going to jump because I have to put the kids to bed so I can keep working.
Okay.
Thank you,
no
Mary.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Lastly, what personal development titles are you guys listening to or reading right now? Now, Linda, we talked a little bit about this today. Ashley, you can go first.
I'm re-listening to You're a Badass. I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
I love that one.
Jansen Sarah, she's great.
Yeah, I mean, I could listen to it like 10 times. I need to start something new, but I haven't gotten it yet. But I like that one a lot. So.
Okay. How about you, Stacy?
I'm reading that book.
Yeah. It's a good one. It's a great one.
It's really interesting. I've just gone through the first and second chapter, and it's been so deep that I actually don't want to start reading the third one yet because I'm still processing.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
Have you gone through the Energy Bus yet, Ashley?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I liked it. That one was faster because I felt like it was a story.
Yes.
That one I actually went through like in a week, and I was like, oh, well, I gotta get another one now. But I'm not. I can listen to hours, and I just played in the car. So sometimes I have to hold back from listening to too much.
The Go-Giver is a good one.
Yeah, that was on the.
And my buddy just recommended another John Gordon book. I cannot remember the name of it. I'll know it when I see it. But right now I just started the times 10 rule.
Oh yeah, is it good?
It's so far so good. I listened to the first chapter, and it's funny. I think I told you I'm taking the Josh Coates Art of Recruiting class, and we start that on Monday. And that was one of his requirements. He wanted us to order it, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people are you talking to a day, Ashley, generally? I know this week's a little off.
Yeah, this week is off. Talking to or like new people?
Yeah.
I was trying new people I was trying to do 3 new people, reach out to 3 new people a day.
Okay.
And then check in with like people that I just haven't heard back from, or, you know, people I want to touch base with from a month ago, or people that are my customers that see how they're liking stuff, what's working, what's not, you know, challengers.
Good. And like I mentioned yesterday in the post, and Laura brought it up, Teamsy is a really cool tool. I'll show it to you guys. Let me do a screen share. This one. You guys can see the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So it basically, after you load all your contacts, your Facebook contacts, your cell phone contacts into it, it basically tells you straight up on who to talk to. Okay, next. Because I set that I want to talk to 10 new people a day. I want to follow up with 10 customers. I want to talk to 10 coaches a day and 10 follow-ups a day, right?
Wow.
So in here it tells me, okay, I need to reach out to Lauren because she's new. I start talking to her. I enter what our conversation was about, and you tell it when you want to follow up. You said if it was an email, text, phone call, a note in person. It's really, really cool.
That is cool.
And again, like I said, you don't have to even think about it. It tells you. You know, like this person's a coach, so I don't have to ever talk to her, you know. It tells you rate people. If people have referred customers to you, you rate them that way. It's pretty interesting.
How much does it cost?
30 days for free, and after that, I think it's $30 a month. But if you're generating results, I think it pays for itself. And again, that's a tool you can write off later. Just try it out, see how effective it is for you. You don't need a credit card to try it, but it works pretty good. So it also, you import your customer list from the COO in here, and it knows who's who, it knows if people are customers, if they're coaches. It's a pretty good tool.
You have to type everything in?
No, you export.
Oh.
There's videos that'll teach you how to do it. They also have like sample conversation in here. If you want to cut and paste, again, I use our scripts for the most part.
Yeah.
And you can also enter how much you want to make, and it'll break down how many people you want to talk to and everything.
Wow.
Huh.
Just something to look at.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, and you might have said this. So when you have the conversations with people via text or Facebook, the program automatically knows that, or you have to go back and enter that?
No, you can enter it. Like, I just put a brief synopsis of what we talked about. There's a check mark there too on if you issued them an invite. So if it's somebody that I haven't talked to in a while, obviously I'm going to form them. You know, I'm going to just talk, catch up, and I'm going to write there in my notes that I understand, you know, hey, we were just catching up, follow up with them in a week. You know, continue another conversation like that. The way I like to do my business is I try to build a solid relationship with somebody, a good conversation that goes a month, or I see how it goes. I just started a conversation today, and she already asked me about the 21 fix, so that accelerated my timeline.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, it's somebody that I used to coach at Octavianos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So again, it all depends on how the conversation goes, but starting a conversation is good. It's good to catch up with people anyway. It's been pretty cool experience. I mean, that's how, especially, Ashley and Stacey, that's how you guys got here. You
Yeah.
started conversations.
Yep.
And it's been great. It's 9:20. Any other questions?
I have a random question.
Go.
So one of my challengers on 21 Day Fix
Mm-hmm.
is super sore. She hasn't worked out in like 7 years, and she's doing the basic one. And day 2, she's like, I'm so sore. I was like tossing and turning last night. I couldn't sleep in the same bed as my husband, and like all this. So I of course suggested that she do. I think it was recovery.
Recharge will help with both recover and recharge helps. Have her get a foam roller.
Huh?
Like a foam roller will help. And
Oh
just,
yeah.
Yeah, and just tell her to push through.
That's what I told her. She was like, do I have to do every day? And I'm like, it's only going to help you.
Yeah, push through it, because I mean the same thing happened to me, especially when you start a new program, and as you know, the first week of a new program, you're like, oh my gosh, when you think you've gotten better shape, and you just get whooped. I mean, you just push through it. By week 2, you'll be like, okay, it's better. It's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the program's designed, by Thursday, she'll start feeling better, especially if Thursday's Pilates day.
Yeah.
Then Sunday's yoga. So, yeah, she's got to push through. I mean, the real sore day is tomorrow, because today was legs, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was upper.
Upper? Oh, tomorrow's legs. So Thursday is the day she's going to be, when the Black Widow strikes. Yeah, that's what we call autumn, the Black Widow. Because every time she wears black, it's always bonus round.
You could suggest that she do her shakes after her workout too to help her recover.
Yeah, you think? Well,
yeah.
So I had a couple people jump on like last minute. And of course now they're like, when's my package coming? I'm like, well, you just ordered it. But yeah, she's waiting for it.
Okay, gotcha.
But I thought about that too. That is a good idea.
You know what? I have a sample of Recharge that I can bring over so she can try it. It'll help. She'll sleep like a baby.
I know, of course, like last week I used that whole pack that they sent us. I was like, let me just try this. Yeah.
Do you like Energize?
Actually, Joe took that one, but I've done Energize before. I like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
What effect does it give you other than, I mean, obviously energized, but I mean, how much is it, like drinking a lot of coffee or?
How do you describe it?
I still have my samples. I'm scared to try them.
It doesn't give you the jitters. What happens is when you start tingling, it's time to work out.
Oh, okay.
Is that right, Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get jittery. You feel an energy burst. Have you ever gotten like a B12 injection?
No.
Okay, it's kind of like that because it's a lot of vitamins. It's natural. It's very little. Trying to think. It has cure. I can't say the word, but it's.
Does it have caffeine in it?
Very, very little. It's more about it's an element that's in an apple. Starts with a Q. I can't pronounce it. I can't remember. That is a great energy booster. It's vitamins and minerals that give you energy. Very little caffeine.
Like guarana or something like that, right?
No, it's Curacide, or I'll go find the book and I'll post it. But it you don't get the jitters like other pre-workouts that I've taken where your heart just wants to jump out of your chest. It's just you get a tingling. You get like a body buzz.
Okay.
And imagine the hardest workout that you've ever done. You'll get through it easier because of Energize.
All right. I might need to take that every day.
Yeah, right.
Recover tastes like a Wendy's Frosty.
Wow.
And now they have the orange one, which I'll probably order because I haven't tried it yet. And Recharge tastes like, I want to say vanilla-ish. But you get a good, like a vanilla lavender-ish type thing. But
What is the one you take at night, right before you go to bed?
Recharge. Recharge you take right before you go to bed. Like 30 minutes before you go to bed. Recharge.
That one, when I took that, it made me really sleepy.
Yeah.
That's right, which is good. I have a hard time falling asleep sometimes. So.
Yeah, you're asleep within 30 minutes.
Yeah, you feel like tired.
And creatine, you ladies never have to take unless you want to like start bodybuilding. So you don't have to worry about that one. But the rest of them are great, especially in the more advanced workouts. Like 21 Day Fix, the regular one, I wouldn't recommend the performance line except for maybe Energize because the workouts aren't that hard.
Oh, come on. The first
Well, when you start doing the other workouts, you'll see what I mean. They're challenging. They're challenging. However, they're not like Insanity Max 30.
Okay.
And that workout was freaking insane. But while I have all you girls here, I'm really, really excited for Summit. And I'm glad you girls are coming with me. They're going to be there with me. I plan on taking everybody to dinner at least one night. So I'll keep you guys apprised to when that's going to be.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do. That's what we do. We give back, right? We're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot. And most importantly, you're going to get to be around our team. Ashley's been around them a little bit. She can attest. It's a pretty cool experience, even when you're new, because she knows everybody's just nice.
Everybody's really nice and happy. And you're like, what? What's happening?
And although you see everybody on social media, you think they don't know who you are, but they do. They pay attention. You know, Christina knows each one of your names. She knows your faces. Becky's a little shy when you meet her at first, but once she gets to know you, she opens up. Everybody's really awesome. And I'm glad you guys will be experiencing that. So I'm going to cut it unless anybody has any more questions.
Oh,
we're good?
Tyler wants me to show you the dog real quick.
Okay,
Sorry.
show me.
Look, it cut off, baby. I can't do it. Nope, can't do it.
Why?
It cut off, honey. No,
We can hear
it cut
you.
off.
We can hear you.
Careful what you
This is
say.
what's been happening during the meeting.
All right. Well, it looks like she got kind of for real. Ladies, have a good night.
You
We'll
too.
chat later.
Bye.
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 Be